There we go. Smooth start already. Yay. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Stalwart Initiative. And we're back for our second game, our second episode of A Moth to the Flame. An Eberron tale of friendship and insanity, or the lack of knowing people's names in your party. That is also a very good theme, and maybe, who knows, maybe he's just a figment of everyone's imagination. It's like Sixth Sense, and at the end it's going to be he was a ghost, and that's why Gregory couldn't remember him, because he was never really there. I just ruined the whole plot of the show. Anyway, if you'd like to see how that plot does or doesn't happen, stick around for us. We will, let's go around and say hi to everybody, and can everyone introduce yourself and your character that you'll be playing today. So let's start with Gregory. Wally, can you introduce yourself and Gregory to us, please?
What's up, y'all? It's me, Wally. You can find me on the internet on Wally132 over on Twitter. I'll be playing Gregory Blitzcrank, using he, him pronouns, both of us, and he's the very short artificer in short temper and short stature.
Nice.
Doesn't tolerate much.
Yes, not much lollygagging. Yeah. Interesting relationship with you and the other party members. I think you were destined to make friends with the Minotaur had you all not be crashing right now. But speaking of making friends, let's get out and Usa. Kay, can you introduce yourself and Usa today, please?
Yes, I can. Hi, everyone. My name is Kay. I'm at ironic_cupcake on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, and anywhere else I want you to be able to find me. Today I am playing Usa, the jackalope shifter trickster cleric. He's fun, and I am desperately trying to keep up the strength and just muster up as much as I can to continue doing the obnoxious voice I'm doing for him, because I damn near lost it in the middle of the game last week. So I'm just gonna try to cling on to that as hard as I can. I don't know what spells off the top of my head he has that could help us when we're falling, but I mean, I've played in an Eberron game before where we were falling from the sky and we got out of that just fine, didn't we, Kyle? It was fine.
Yeah, but I was a player then.
I mean,
Derek's a nicer DM than I am.
I have something that can save us. Well, I have something to save Gregory.
Of course.
The rest of you guys, you're on your own.
I'm just gonna go scrub through all of my spells and see what I can do, and then while everyone else is introducing themselves.
Well, Gregory, since you're going to be the only surviving member here, we can just stop the other introductions. But it was nice of everybody else to come out. Okay, next up we have Lindir. So Strider, can you introduce yourself and Lindir to us today, please?
A story of moths, flames, and forgotten names. Men of Gregory's stature are in short supply. Meanwhile, Usa is helping Lindir practice his multiplication tables. Lindir is an Azimar paladin who is having a tumultuous relationship with the gods because their scripture and his love of whiskey don't always pair well with one another.
Means they need to start putting scripture on the back of the label, and you might be okay. Awesome. Good. Let's slide on up to Mariah. Claire, can you introduce yourself and Mariah to us today, please?
Hi, I'm Kat. I am at Clerk of Court, and I am playing Mariah, who is the primary identity of my changeling, whose real name is actually Jo, which nobody else knows except for her. Let's see. She's actually ready to be a survivor as well, because yay, monk abilities. So somewhere around 50 feet, she can jump off and should be just fine. Unless Kyle rolls all sixes. But yeah, so this is fine. No worries at all. Although I really am kind of concerned about any society that builds airships without building parachutes.
Safety measures. Minotaurs and safety measures, although they're not the ones who build it, But yeah, if there are any, I'm not so sure they would know to deploy them or care, but we'll find out. Oh,
That's
yeah.
like the OSHA version of D&D, Minotaurs and
Yes.
safety measures.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, they're
It's
pretty. Oh, go ahead. Dear.
it's how do we discover terminal velocity and who finds it first?
Yes. I'm going to. I forgot to open up the voice thingy for Minotaur screaming things. Okay. There we go. Yes. Awesome. So we got met our characters, our players, and let's do a recap of what we have so far from last week, and then we will get right into the action. Or I could forget to turn the music on and go a long time without it again. Okay. So our adventure began when our adventure actually began at the end of a previous adventure. We don't really know exactly what all went down in it. We know that we lost a party member, an NPC party member along the way, and it is our 4 party members plus an additional NPC. This campaign began with them just achieving victory, achieving their mission to collect an ancient evil artifact that is they're supposed to bring back to the Order of the Silver Flame, so that they can take this artifact and do their thing with it and get rid of the bad juju. As soon as they got a hold of the artifact, they were magically teleported into some kind of chamber, a very dark chamber, and they were very quickly met with a dark being, which they've come to find out is one of the Dalkir, which is a otherworldly aberration that has found its way to Eberron. That's been here for centuries. They are ancient evils that were trapped in Kyber or the realm below. And this thing is very, very powerful. In fact, it snapped this the artifact that they spent several months searching for in their last campaign. It snapped it in half, and also went about explaining to them that now they owe her or it. Now they owe them a debt, because by taking that artifact and disenchanting a particular magic on it, they had broken the binds that hold this Dalkir's son, its child, a large what was the in the insect creature from Men in Black's name? It was a goofy.
It was just the bug. That's what they were called.
Okay.
Yeah.
It had it's whatever its counter. I remember it had like the human name that it took the skin from.
Oh,
oh
man.
Edgar.
Edgar, yeah.
It was wearing
Edgar
wearing an
suit.
Edgar suit.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's what it was. The Edgar suit. Yeah. So this bug monster was set free. You all beat it down. It kept regenerating. You didn't quite kill it, but it was injured. And whenever the magic was taken away that bound it to this artifact, it fled and went out into Corvair, the continent, to go do who knows what. But yeah, victory. Yay. Yeah, we let a little creature go. That's not a big deal. But yay, we got the artifact. Well, it turns out Mommy's pretty pissed that her kid is out in the world, and she said not only is it going to destroy Corvair, she's also going to destroy all of you, starting with your sanity and then working her way down, should you not bring her son back. And it was pretty mostly the last episode was you dealing with her and then leaving that little realm, that little pocket thing that you were in. You were escorted out by some little bug gnome guy, and he brought you to the surface through some weird magical tunnel, and you found yourselves, which you didn't know, but you found yourselves in Droam, the nation of Droam, which is in Corvair, is a nation of ruled by 3 hags, 3 very powerful hags, and they one of these hags actually escorted you out towards the edge of Droam to a Droam city called Greywall, where you met up with a Minotaur who's tasked with escorting you out of Droam, period, for you to begin your journey. And the Minotaur's name was Resh. What the fuck's it? There we go. Resh Turakbar. He is a Minotaur general and pretty high ranking in the Droam hierarchy of things. But now he's crashing in an airship. So it turned out that Resh had an airship, and our party was invited aboard this airship, which was nice and painted up by Minotaurs, all red and evil, bullish looking. And yeah, they hopped on board, and they were rooting around for some things. They found some wine in the storage area where they were told they need to stay. They weren't given rooms proper. But you made the several-hour trip north till you got to the Silver Lake. And that's where we ended our adventure. We were coasting over the Silver Lake. Resh wanted to take the airship by a place called Drum Keep. And he wanted to take it by Drum Keep and kind of do a lap around Silver Lake, drop you guys off in the North Shore. And he wanted to brag and boast his new airship, his new toy, to Drum Keep. Turns out that you're almost at your destination. You go up to the deck of the ship, only to just get up there just in time for explosions to start happening as something has pelted the side of the Matador, the airship that you're on, and the Matador is going down. And that is where we ended last week, as the airship you're on the nose begins to sway down, and you begin to dive. Now, I will do a quick little opening shebang, and then we will get to decision making. Here we go. As the nose of the Matador tips down very quickly, and it begins to drop from the sky like a rock. You are approximately 3,000 feet in the air, and pretty hefty fall by any standards. But as the ship begins to plummet down, the four of you feel your feet lift off the deck of the ship. You begin to float in the air as the ship begins to sail down even faster. For simplicity's sake, we'll say that you kind of float away from the ship, although as though gravity wasn't affecting you the same way as the ship. The four of you look over, and you see Haas holding his hands out. Haas being the NPC party member, Assassin's Guild sorcerer dude that nobody likes. He holds his hands out. That's true. Usa, you're trying your best. You're giving him the benefit of the doubt. And Mariah has a very complicated relationship with him. He's holding his hands out, and you all feel yourselves floating slowly down towards the ground. We'll say you're at approximately 2,800 feet in the air. And you're seeing this airship crashing down below you towards the northern shore of the Silver Lake. You are floating slowly down towards the not ocean, the lake, down towards the lake itself. And as you begin to float away from the ship, you hear the screams of Resh from the deck.
Cowards! You're cowards! Let's go, men! To Silver Lake and beyond!
And as the Minotaur screams into the sky, the other Minotaurs on the deck, ho, ho, ho. They act like they're going into Spartan-type battle as the ship begins to slam into the surface of the lake from 3,000 feet. Probably not good. But who knows? We'll see when we get there. Unfortunately for you guys, you have some time to function between the surface, or between here and the surface of the lake. And dually unfortunate is that you see the cannons that were pointed at Drum Keep. Oh, that must have been what shot the boat down. The cannons are pivoting in your direction as you are a matting of specks floating slowly down in the sky, and the cannons are slowly pivoting in your direction. That is where we start this week's game. So, everyone, as you are floating down over top of a large lake, slowly down, what would you all like to do?
Well, they're going to shoot us.
They're
I don't
very
ha-
much going to shoot us. It looks like they're going to shoot us. As like Gregory's saying this, he has his arms folded and he's kind of like sitting folded legged in the air, and gravity's taking form, so he's kind of like tilting this way, slowly turning upside down as he falls. I'm like, they're definitely going to shoot at us.
I would like to use the minor illusion cantrip to create an image of Lindir's shield, the shield of the silver with the emblem of the silver flame on it, so that it is imposed between us and the drum keep, and hopefully reflect it, make it look like reflective, so that it's is shiny and the sun is, they can't get a good aim on us, and B, it's the holy symbol of the silver flame. Don't fucking fire on us, type thing.
Ooh, okay. How big does that thing get? I think minor illusion medium or smaller, or is it actually not have a size limit?
It's no larger than a 5-foot cube.
Okay, still a big shield. Okay, let me see something
Yeah.
here.
So it's a 5-foot. Let's call it a 5-foot tower shield with the silver flame emblem on it, in a nice, bright, shiny metal look appearance to it.
Okay. Did I scroll? Yes. Okay. Okay. The cannons are still slowly pivoting in your direction. Seeing as how your boat, the airship went down and you guys stayed in the same spot, the cannons had pivoted with it, but now they are slowly pivoting back. They have not finished turning yet. They're not quite in your direction yet, but they don't seem to be turning. Yeah.
So they haven't seen the shield yet, then, or
I mean, from your
Don't know.
you are 2,800 feet up, and also
that's true.
a mile from
It's just
Drumkeep.
okay.
I could cast Pass Without a Trace on us. I don't know how much that would help, but it gives us like stealth checks, and I don't know if that's gonna help.
May not help us. I mean, a lot of the things I can do are really for more of.
How clustered together are we?
You're a few feet apart. Everybody had to fit in a 30-foot area. You're on deck, so you can swim away from each other if you want to do the whole scatter out in the air.
No.
Guys,
That'll work.
don't get too far apart. I'm gonna have to cast that again. Har says.
Thanks, Hart. The only other thing that Mariah can do is she can cast darkness in a sphere around us.
It does.
Because-
Darkness won't move with us, does it? It doesn't move with us, though, does it?
Oh, that's right. It won't, will it?
Yeah.
Crap.
And the only reason I think best I could do is Pass Without Trace. It says things can't track you unless by magical means, and they are trying to like see and follow our position. But I don't know how loosely and creatively we can take that definition of being tracked.
Huh.
Any other ideas? You can tell the cannons are almost in place. Or almost.
I'm
facing.
gonna try casting it just
Just
to
try
see if
it.
it's gonna
See
help.
what happens.
Yep.
'cause
There you go.
Mariah yells out, Doc!
Okay. You pass Cast Without Trace. Let me see here. A veil of shadows and silence radiates from you. Okay. Shadows in the mid sky. That does do something.
It
Okay.
could be like like foggy, like misty clouds too. Like
Okay. That will help. Okay, I will take that into consideration. So you see
Yeah,
the
this
three.
is-
You see three large cannons get into position. They're all. Poof, poof, poof. You hear the shots, and a few seconds later, you see clusters of things flying in the air in your direction. And I don't mean clusters as though like a shotgun blast. I mean objects, 3 objects, but each of the objects looks like a lumpy vine of grapes. And they are flying in your direction. I'm going to give them...
That's called grape shot. Not fun.
I'm going to give them disadvantage on these attacks. Because of your pass without a trace. It's a foggy day now. I'd say that's fair. That's fair for a little bit. Let's give them disadvantage on this. So d20 plus 6. And the first shot, I don't think anybody has a 9. And I'm gonna have we'll roll to see how close this gets, who it hits, if it hits, all that jazz. You can all use your spells, so just keeping that in mind. This will okay, well the second one's gonna be a 24. Or 21, sorry. 21. And third's gonna be a 10. I'm gonna assume that the first and last don't hit anyone. The 21 though, I'm going to assume hits everyone. Lindier,
Yeah.
does a 21 hit?
Actually, I'm gonna throw up a shield on myself.
Hold on, Gregor. You might not need to, because I got to roll to see who it hits out of the group of you. These clusters fly through the air at very high velocity into the sky. Luckily, they don't have a very definitive. We'll say it's like a haze. Usa throws up some kind of magical haze around you, and it makes you a little blurry at that distance. So that has helped them have a hard time hitting you. And
there is something I'd like to do actually.
Oh, sure, go ahead.
As these grape shots are like firing at us, I hold out my prosthetic arm, and the wrist flips backwards, and you see like his focus is in the handle of the wrist, and I cast a wind wall around us.
Ooh, okay.
A strong wind rises from the ground at a point you choose within range. You can make the wall up to 50 feet long, 15 feet high, 1 foot thick. And you can shape it in a way as you choose, as long as it makes one continuous path along the ground. What I'm thinking is, though, what I would like to do is like just create the wind wall just to block this incoming shot of cannon fire that's coming at us, because wind wall stops. When wind wall appears, it automatic, like anything like arrows, bolts, and other ordinary projectiles large to targets behind the wall are deflected upward and automatic miss.
Okay.
Oh wait, the boulders hurled by giants or siege engines and similar projectiles are unaffected. So would that be outside the rules, or would these be deflected by the wind wall?
Well, I'll give them a chance. I'll give it a chance to miss or mitigate some of the damage. They are siege weapons.
Okay.
But or I guess it would be counter siege weapons. But they're siege weapon caliber.
And maybe it'll like slow it down or something.
Yeah, I'm thinking that I will give each person that it affects a dex save to reduce the damage by half if they are hit. Okay. So that will kind of give you a chance to maybe swim away in the air from the ones that are coming towards you, and the wind wall is just kind of veering them off course. So that will, if anyone is hit, we will mitigate the damage. Okay, so let's go. Everyone roll a. Oh, there's 4 of you, 5 of you. Everyone roll a d6, and don't roll just roll a d6. We'll do it that way.
I got a 3.
Okay.
4.
Okay, Kat. 1. Okay. Kat and Usa. The last cluster, the one they don't seem to break apart as the 2 that missed fly over and under the party, off, and they begin to arc down. The third one, on the other hand, does come straight towards the party. Everyone begins to scatter. The wind wall, like you see it shimmy and slow down and shake as it hits the wind wall. Unfortunately, it's not enough to completely stop it, but it does slow it down significantly. So when the grape shot, when the lumpy mess of explosives hits, it's going to be a lot slower. So there's going to be a lot less of you're receiving a lot less of the lumps. I need both of you to make dexterity saving throws, please.
I can do that.
That's a natural 20 for a total of 29.
Ooh,
20
nice.
altogether.
Nice. Okay, both
Nice.
of those pass. So we will take the 4d6, and you will receive only half damage. From the
Okay, I have a question. I have 2 potential reactions that I can use. One is my own uncanny dodge to have the attacks damage against you. I don't know if you'll let me do that to have it again. Or I have deflect missiles. Can I catch this? Can I try to catch I can roll a d10 and to reduce the damage, and if I reduce the damage to 0, I could actually catch it and throw it back at him. I mean, it won't go very far. It'll just kind of, but
that would be awesome.
because I've still got a 20 to 60 foot. But I can do either. I would like to do one of those 2 reactions. Which one would you?
Okay. Well,
roll with?
we'll say that was it evasion that does the
Uncanny dodge.
uncanny dodge. Okay. We'll say that the uncanny dodge you can definitely do, 100%.
Okay.
You can definitely do. You can have the half damage.
Okay.
The other one, you could catch it. You can attempt to catch it, but if you fail, you take full damage.
Okay. Well, actually, what I do is I roll a d10 and add 10 to it, and if that reduces the damage to 0, then I can potentially catch it, if I want to.
So you can either take the quarter damage, or you can attempt to catch
Take
missile.
no damage.
Yeah, you can attempt to take no damage.
Okay, I'm gonna use deflect missile. I'm just gonna roll the d10 and do
Okay.
it that way. So how much damage are we?
Right now you're just supposed to take. You're each taking 6, not very much.
6 damage.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. So that would I rolled a 6 on the die, so I would definitely it would reduce it by 16. So yeah,
Okay.
no damage.
Okay, so yeah, you one of the large like cannonball size pellets that are in these lumps manages to come to you center mass, and you quickly pivot and grab it out of the midair, and you have it to do with what you wish. It's hot. It's very hot.
Yeah, she's just pivoted off of it to move out of the way and let the momentum kind of push her back towards the group.
Okay, sure. So you all kind of shift around a little bit. Gregory, your wind wall, you can move that, right? Can you move the wind wall?
Yes, I can move wind wall around.
Okay.
It's the thing is, it has to be like it needs a ground anchor though for me to move it around. That's why I'm kind of like asking you what is the best way to go about if I could do this.
Oh hell, dude, you can move with you.
Okay, then yeah.
As long as it can move, I don't care about the ground anchor. It's cool.
Okay, cool.
It's
Then
cool
yeah,
looking.
like I am pretty much like Gregory is pretty much like concentrating, trying to keep this wood wall up all around us as we're falling. That's what I'm concentrating on.
Okay. So yeah, so you're like concentrating to try to keep the wind wall to keep up with you, because you are, even with feather fall, which is what's cast on you right now, you're still falling, I think 60 feet around. So I don't know if the wind wall is going to be able to keep up with you, but we can try.
Well, the range area of wind wall is 120 feet.
Okay, so you can unravel it.
Yes.
Okay, good. That'll work. If you want to unravel it, make it straight up and down in front of you like a length wall.
Yeah, that's what I'm definitely gonna do. Like, using my intelligence, I kind of calculate when would be the best time, to keep as a straight wall going from up to where we're at down to the ground. So that's what I pretty much do. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. The what was I gonna say? The fudge. Is it like a bonus action to move, or is it free to move each round?
I believe it is a bonus action to move it.
Okay, just seeing action economy. Okay, awesome. So the first volley of shots fires out, and yeah, you all make it out relatively unscathed. Usa, you do take some hot shrapnel to the arm, but but compared to if all 3 of them would have hit, that's peanuts. They must be reloading because everything has gone quiet right now. Now you all have a round to react to do whatever you'd like. So let us just you know what? Initiative sounds pretty good right now. Let us all roll initiative. Let me pull up the initiative tracker and roll 20. Okay. Everyone can roll initiative. If you have tokens, if you'd like to drag your token out and assign it, or I will just put things out for you. Or I can just write it down manually, if you'd like. Thanks for joining us, everyone. As we fall through the air, we appreciate you joining us. If you need the oxygen mask that dropped down, unfortunately, this plane is not equipped with those. I apologize. The airship does less without us. What do we have for initiatives? Okay, so we have 14, 16, 14, 19. Awesome.
Make sure your tray table is up and your seat returned to the full upright position.
Yes, or they will shoot you at the bottom. That's just kind of how it goes. Let's roll initiative for... Actually, let's roll the cannons individually. That's cool. So, cannon 1, cannon 2, cannon 3. Are you serious?
Wow.
Wow.
Kyle!
I didn't do it! It's not my fault!
Kyle!
Ah, I didn't mean it. So they have rapid fire cannons down there, apparently.
Apparently.
Better that on initiative than on attack rolls.
Yes.
True.
Fair.
That would have been bad. All right, so 20. So cannon 1 is 20. Cannon 2. Did anybody roll 20? So 19, 14, 14, 16. Okay. So cannon 3 is 20. And I'm going to give Gregory, I'm going to let him go before cannon 2. So Greg, 19. Cannon 2, 19. Who's the 16? USA. Okay. Who has the higher dex between, I'm guessing,
Yeah, Mariah.
guessing Mariah
Yeah.
does?
What's
Yeah,
your dex?
yeah. 5.
Oh, shit, yeah.
I was figuring because it says his is a 1, so I was assuming hers
Yeah.
is.
My dex isn't a 1.
No, you're 6. You're
Mariah.
16. You're, yeah.
17.
Between you
Mariah's definitely a dexterous individual.
and... Yeah. Usa, you're
Very flexible.
already in front of both of them. It's him and Lindier, or her and Lindier that... Okay. Lara and Lindier. Okay, 14.
Somehow the man clad in a pure plate armor isn't actually that aerodynamic.
Who would have thought? Who would have thunk it? Okay, so now we have our initiative. The cannons must reload very quickly because the second volley has begun. But apparently the pit crews of each of these cannons vary a little bit because they don't all go in a row. The first shot fired. The first shot fires out towards the group of you. And I need everyone to roll a d6, please.
Five.
Okay.
3.
3.
E6.
Okay. The second shot through the air misses. Wait a second. No, that's to see who hits. Yeah, I didn't roll the attack roll. Holy crap! What am I doing? It doesn't matter anyway because it didn't hit anybody. Unless it would crit. So I guess I should do it because I'm rolling so well that wouldn't it be interesting if we crit? No. Nope. No love. Okay. The cannon number 3 fires. Oh, let's shoot again. That's not going to hit anybody, is it? Does a 12 even hit anybody? No.
What was that?
12. Does that hit your AC?
No, it does not.
Okay. I figured it didn't. They are now, see, wasted it all on initiative. Now I can't roll anymore. But after that, it is Gregory. You're up. Two shots have fired. They both fly wild away from all of you.
How far are those cannons from us exactly?
Right now, we're gonna say you guys are at like 2,600 feet above
20
the, above the lake, and they are, let's say 800 feet. So 3,600 feet total from you to Drum Keep right now.
I am not hitting anything.
But artificers are wildly resourceful.
We are, but my spells aren't really that great. They're more for blowing stuff up.
That's true.
So pretty much we're falling. We're falling at a fast rate. We're going like we're 2,600 feet above the water. And they're like they're definitely way too far away for me to try to hit with anything.
Yeah, they're just, you see the large cannons, but the people arming them, or the people manning them, are pretty much specks.
Yeah, I can't really do anything right now, honestly.
3,600 feet, that's like a mile.
Yeah, there's honestly there's really nothing I can really do right now. The only thing I can really do right now, I mean, is continue falling and really hold my action for if more of these like cannons fly at us to move the wind wall in the direction of it. That's the only thing I can really do right now.
Okay, so you're
Everything is just too far away for me to even try to hit, because the maximum I can really reach is 120 feet.
Gregory, make a perception check, please.
Okay. Yep, 5. Yeah, my perception isn't that great.
Okay, you're really focusing on this wind wall and trying to mitigate any damage to you or the other party members. There's not really, I guess there's really not that much you can do until you get a little closer.
Yeah, I have to be much closer to me for be able to do anything right now, guys.
We will accelerate the rounds so that we're not doing 60 feet rounds and we're not here all day falling. But yeah, we'll get to the closer part soon. But we'll do a round and then we'll speed things up and so on and so forth. Okay, awesome. You tell them, you tell everybody else that there's really not much you can do other than the wind wall right now. You see the third shot flying through the air towards all of you. I'm going to guess that could hit most or all. Everybody roll a d6, please. Oh yeah, I gotta roll one for Hars. Oh, Hars. Oh my. Okay. 3, 1, 1, 3, 3. What's up with the threes? Okay.
Yahtzee.
Okay. Usa and Hars. Usa, make a dexterity saving throw, please. For the wind wall is slowing down the grape shot coming in your direction. And okay. Usa, you will take 19 points of bludgeoning damage as 2 of these metal cannonballs slam into you. One first in the shoulder and the next in the hip. And it's like dish dish. And it kind of sends you spiraling a little bit in the air as though someone who's skydiving just kind of loses that aerodynamics, and you just spin freely for a second as the 2 cannonballs hit you. Hars does take half damage because of the wind wall, so that is 9. That doesn't hurt near as much as being stabbed in the hand by a party member, but it definitely gets his attention. Okay, that is the cannon's turn. So Usa, you have just been pelted. What would you like to do?
I thought I got a lower initiative roll.
It says 16 on the thing.
Oh, for some reason I thought I went after Cat and Strider. I also don't think there's much I can do. I'm really limited by range. Uh, no, that's not gonna help. I could try. Exactly. I have like, I'm trying to do something stupid. I have thaumaturgery. That's how you say it, and that can make your voice 3 times louder. So I'm like, maybe I could scream at them to like leave us alone. But I don't know if they'll even be able to hear me with how far away we are.
Anything's an option. I'm open.
I'll try it. Yeah, I'll cast it, and he's just like on himself, and he's send that to chat. There you go. He just cups his hands over his mouth, and he yells, "We were captives! Stop shooting at us!"
Ooh, okay. Let me make a check for them. Hold on here. That is not fitting. Okay. Let me make a check for them. Okay. You can't tell if it worked because you're still a little too far away to be able to discern whether they're actually changing their actions based on that. But you do yell it. And it's loud, even through the air. Okay. Anything else?
That's all I really can do with
Okay.
range restrictions.
Yes. We will get close soon. Okay. Mariah, you're up.
Okay. As a bonus action, I'd like to, I'm going to spend a key point to cast dodge, or to take the dodge action as a bonus action, which means that any rolls against me are at disadvantage, if I'm not mistaken. And for my action, I'd like to recast Minor Illusion, and since I can make a sound from a whisper to a scream, I'd like it to make, for the next minute, a Wilhelm scream.
Oh, I actually had that sound bite, but not on this one yet. Okay. Okay, so you're like to scream.
Yeah.
I'm kind of torn on the dodge thing because of limited mobility.
Okay.
That and it really doesn't make without fuck. That is expending a resource. I don't like allowing players to expend resources and not getting something back from it.
Okay. Well, I can keep using my reactions, and I've got my 2 reactions that I can use if I do get hit or take damage. So that's fine. I'm good with that.
Okay. Yeah. We'll say that you can move a little bit, like vertically or like horizontally, but it's not.
Yeah. Right now, she looks like Natalie Dormer in the hammock eating the apple as she's she's kind of prone, kind of laying back, and that's what she's doing, is just kind of laying there as they fall, because it's gonna be a while. She's not in. She'll worry about how she's gonna land when they get a little closer to the ground.
Okay. Yes. Yeah, you have time. So you're laying back and chilling. Gregory's cross-legged, kind of leaning upside down.
You muted, Greg.
Yeah, I'm trying to calculate things as I'm getting closer to the ground.
Okay. Let's move on to Lindir.
Mr. Keeper, can you refresh my memory and tell me what exactly it is we're aiming to land on eventually once we get lower?
Right now,
looking down below. Okay.
You are not in the middle of the lake. Let me see where the hand is on. Oh no, that's not supposed to be there. See where the hand is on the map.
Yeah.
That is where roughly the very tip of the finger is where you're at. So you're at the northern part of Silver Lake, still out in the water, a few maybe a couple hundred feet from shore. The ship is actually downing to the east a bit. And you can now see, as you look down, you can see specks swimming away from the ship. So it appears that there are some survivors from the Matador swimming towards the shore. Lindir, actually, since you have had plenty of time to to kind of scan things and see what's going on. Go to make a perception check.
Not the best, an 11.
Okay. Yeah, you first thing you notice is multiple figures swing away from the wreckage and now beginning to sink Matador. There's also some energy coming out of the ship, like flames and lightning licking the top of the water near the ship. But other than that, that's kind of what your general thing is.
There's not much I can do while up in the air. I could try to sell you on curling up and trying to position the shield between me and the incoming fire, some kind of defensive stance.
I could do that. That's not beneath something I can do.
I mean...
No, I can totally do it, yeah.
Oh, what do you want to do, Greg?
Well, no, I mean, like, I was just responding to Lindir saying, like, the most I can do is just move the shield around us as we're falling.
Oh, yeah, and I have my +1 shield, and I just meant, like, make myself a small target and put it in between me and the cannon fire and just holding my little magic shield up there like Captain America.
We'll see how that plays out if you get hit. We'll see.
All right.
We maybe make that something humorous to happen.
I have tapped all of my resources available to me then.
Okay. Fair. Yeah, it's not a very advantageous position falling in the sky, but that's
not
okay.
my preferred terrain.
We'll say that these are double barrel cannons, and both of those have been shot. A longer reload time is necessary, and we're gonna skip ahead down to 1,800 feet. We'll say the next round starts at 1,800 feet. That'll give one more round of being far away and making any preparations you need, as the next round will probably begin pretty close, coming closer to the surface of the water, and anything you may need to do or adjustments need to be made can do so then. So we'll do one more round of rapid falling, and I'll speed this up so that we can get through this. So the cannons begin to fire again. Boosh, boosh. And apparently pit crew for cannon number 2 is far less proficient with their job than others, because it is a marginal gap between the other 2 cannons firing. So let's do an attack roll for the cannon. Okay. Anyone that has an AC of 16 or lower, please roll a d6, please. Oh, USA, you are getting like I don't know, you're public enemy number 1 up here. You are getting pelted over and over. But luckily, Gregory still has the wind wall up. So can you roll a dexterity saving throw, please?
You know, I'll fucking try.
Oh, pulling it out. Okay. Gregory, you're holding concentration. You can actually feel tremors in your spell as you through your body, as you feel the wind roll resisting the force of these grape shot as they're going through. Just a minor, like, a nice feeling. Well, not nice, but a feeling of feedback, haptic feedback almost. Usa, you receive 7 points of bludgeoning damage as one clips you. I think you're just perpetually floating through the air and tink, 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 tink.
He's just being knocked around. He doesn't even get he doesn't have a second to swim to a better position. They're just it just keeps hitting him every time, and he, by the time he can sort of recover, just gets hit again.
Yeah. And here's Lindir, heavily armored, has his shield up, waiting to take the shots, and
nothing's getting near him.
Yeah,
it's fine.
Oh, he's curled up in such a small ball. That's what it is. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah. See, it's the technique. Second shot, flying through the air. Anyone at all that has a AC of 16 or under can roll a dexterity saving throw. Yikes. Come on, Usa. You got this. You got that. No, you don't. Usa, I'm very sorry. Very sorry, Kay. 16 points of bludgeoning damage.
I'm gonna activate my aura of the Guardian. I can take damage for other people magically. I use a reaction to make me take that damage instead of Usa.
Ooh, nice.
And I can always lay hands on myself from behind my shield. So
Just pat on the chest. Okay. You see the incoming, this second incoming shot. Usa's already free falling through the air, just being hit again. And you have a burst of divine energy that that comes out and siphons into Usa, and as the grape shot hits him, you transfer all that pain and all that damage into your body, and this at the same time preserving Usa's life force, and you take 16 points of bludgeoning damage. Saving. Okay. Moving on, Gregory, you are up. You see this going on in front of you.
Okay. And how far am I away? How far am I away from any of these cannons?
From the cannons themselves, you are, what we say, we're at 1,800 feet, and well, whatever, 2,500 feet.
Oh, yeah, still can't do anything, and I can't hold an action because if I hold action, wind wall drops. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah, if you can't concentrate and hold an action.
You know what? I never knew that. You can't concentrate on a spell and hold an action. Even if it's a non-spell action.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
All this time, I never knew.
Because you're concentrating on two things: holding your action, whatever it is that you're holding, and the spell. And you can't do that.
Oh, see, I knew you couldn't do a spell. I just didn't know you couldn't like hold an attack action.
Yeah, you can't do like any held action while concentrating on something. Because if I was,
I'm gonna homebrew an ADHD feat where you can.
Yeah, really. That should totally be a thing.
Yes, we can make it happen.
I'm playing an ADHD character. I should have that ability.
Yes, I need it. You don't understand. Cannon number 2, the slacker of the cannon crews, fires. Let's hope it's not a 16. Anyone with an 18 or below on their armor class, please roll a d6.
I am going to throw up a shield as my reaction.
Okay.
There's little plinking metal noises of grape shot bouncing off my shield.
Tink, tink. Yeah. It's almost like throwing your armored ball off course. You look like an armadillo starting to roll on your back as the pressure of them hitting your shield. Okay, so we have Usa doing Usa things. 2 for you, Mariah. Okay. Damage being rolled. Whoa! At least it's crap. Okay, good. Usa says 7 points of bludgeoning damage, and Mariah 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
Deflect missiles.
Okay. And then you automatically.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you.
No damage. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. And that is all the cannons. So now let's go down to Usa. Hey, you have a turn where you're not getting hit. What's up? What do you want to do?
I need to see if I can like heal myself at all. Usa's not doing so well. There's just like a cloud of blood around him. I took some things. Does this affect me also? Like if I use it, I did not. I wanted to send just the spell. I didn't want to cast it.
Prayer healing is a like a static thing. I think it doesn't. Prayer healing take time?
Yeah.
It does. You know what? Never mind. It does.
A minute or
It does
10 minutes
take
or
time.
something.
It does. It does.
You should have like healing word or something, right?
I don't know if I took it. I took cure wounds. I have cure wounds.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
I'll cast cure wounds on myself. 1d8 plus.
At 9th level.
I'll cast a 3rd level. How do I do that?
This is a good way. This is a good scenario to get rid of some resources.
I'll
Yes.
just
All the
spend it
healing
up.
things. That way when you get to the bottom and the sea monster jumps up, then we don't have all
Is
these
that
nasty spell
5
slots in the way.
plus 9?
Yeah, it's
Or is
well,
it
it's
5 and then became 9?
It's 5, but since you upcasted it, the rest of it is.
Yeah, it's 5 plus 9. You add both of them together.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Cool. That's what I can do for now.
Yep. Yeah, it should be.
Till we
2.
get close enough for me to actually reach them.
Okay. Well, wait. We still have Mariah. Go ahead, Mariah.
How far away could I be? We're all kind of still clustered a bit together, correct?
Yeah, within 30 feet of each other. However you want to do that. You're not right up against each other.
Okay.
You spread out a little bit.
All right. I think if you'll let me, Mariah would like to go over to try to get to Usa, like reach out and like grab an arm if they have to grab an antler, a leg, whatever, and put Usa behind her
Mm-hmm.
so that she can absorb some of the damage for anything. She's basically going to become a shield, a human shield for her, for Usa, for him.
Okay. Okay.
Pronouns are a thing.
Okay. Yeah, we will adjust for that. Yes.
Okay. So that's what Mariah does, is kind of just does her acrobatic thing through the air, and is now pressed up against Usa with Usa behind them, so that Mariah is facing any incoming shots.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you kind of do you put the arms behind you and dive down a little faster to get in front of him, and then you fluff up and. Yep.
It's like, Jesus Christ, Usa, can you stop for a second?
Puff up. They hate that.
Yeah. Awesome. Anything else, Mariah?
No, that would be about it. There's nothing I've got that I can do. I do have an idea for later, but nothing I can do at the moment.
Between Rogue and Monk, Mariah is the best dodgeball player in the region. Just to let you know. Lindir.
She excels at hide and seek too.
Oh, that's good too. All the neighborhood games. Lindir, you successfully prevented Usa from taking a lot of extra damage. You see Mariah has now floated down in front of him. What would you like to do?
I'll cast Meteor Swarm. Actually, no, I'll wait a bit. And yeah, should Usa need more help, I'll be prepared to siphon some more damage again.
Okay.
I think that's it.
I was really hoping for Meteor Swarm, but okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Meteor Swarm to come. And yeah, you're preparing yourself to help out where needed. Okay, that is the end of the second round. Second? I think second round. And you're all floating down to the water. We're going to say that we're going to get you in range of doing stuff. If stuff is indeed what you want to do. Let's say you are 100 feet from the water, because I know that there are some things that need to get triggered. It turns out that when you come closer to the water, Hars recasts Featherfall on all of you to ensure that it doesn't run out before you hit. So you know that you're not going to be damaged. You're floating slow enough down to the surface of the lake that you're not going to be damaged. You're a couple hundred feet from shore, and you can now see the soldiers at Drum Keep. And all of you can see a few things going on right now. The cannons are shifting, pointing down in your direction again. They're trying to follow you, but it's taking time for them to track you, which is the gap between time of our rounds. That'll explain that. And as the cannons are turning your direction, between you and Drum Keep, you see that there are a few Minotaur on the shore of Silver Lake fighting soldiers of some sort that have appeared to come from Silver Keep. There are several soldiers. There's probably 24 soldiers and only a handful of the Droam Minotaurs fighting them right outside the wreckage. The flame and electrical energy surging from the crashed airship has dissipated for some reason. That is gone. And you all are almost in the lake. Is there anything else we'd like to do prior to landing on the water? No? Okay. I was going to say there's one more round of shots, and then you are there.
I have 2 questions.
Mhm.
Does Lindir have wings? And what type of armor does Usa wear?
Unfortunately, no.
What? I don't. Where did I? What kind of armor? are you
Lindir,
wearing?
he
Is
opted,
that-
or Usa opted for none. Just 0 armor. Just nothing.
I think he's wearing just like leather armor.
Okay. As they get closer, Mariah's going to, once this last round of shots are fired, Mariah will be releasing Usa and moving over towards Lindir.
Okay. Usa, go ahead and change that to leather or studded leather armor. The studs are not metal. They're gonna be like whatever. You're level 10. You're better than that. You deserve better. Okay, so we will. And anybody who has anything appropriate like 200 gold piece armor or below 200 gold piece armor, go ahead and upgrade yourselves. I'm sorry if I didn't make that clear. You guys are level 10. You should not have beginning sets of equipment. Nor do I think you should have full plate mail for free, but if you did, if it makes sense for your story, then we go with it. I don't question. It just happens. So, the third round of shots fires, the third and final round. You can tell you're almost at the water. You hear the rounds go off, and let's see what happens. Let's see what happens before we get too ahead of ourselves. The first round. Kercha. Perfect. That one goes way wild. Actually lands on the beach, and you see as it explodes when the first piece of it hits the beach, and you see all these big divots as the cannonballs scatter. The second round is just bad. It's just bad and goes off out into nowhere. Third round is not flattering as well. Even as low as Usa's AC is, I'm sure you passed that, right? Okay. Yeah, so the third round, they are having a hard time tracking all of you. Now that you've gotten so low, the cannons actually sit up on drum keep. They sit up on a elevated level. So for them to point down as low as you are now, it's very difficult at the distance you are right now. It's a bad angling. So they overshoot twice and undershoot once. You now land down into the water. Kersplash. You're in Silver Lake. You're 100 feet from the shore. We're out of combat. Although there is combat by you. Just down the road a bit. But we are out of combat currently. And take it away.
And Gregory just splashes. Like, he doesn't splash because his feather fall. He just goes... bloop. And it's like makes a little like unceremonious like little pebble plooping into the water noise as he falls in.
Mariah makes her way to get to the paladin who is in the metal armor and is going to sink like a rock, and we'll grab a hold of him, and because she has the gloves of swimming and climbing, we'll make sure that Lindir doesn't drown trapped in his metal suit.
Gloves are coming in handy already.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Nice. Okay. Start fishing yourselves out of the water. You swim to the shore, and you all climb up on the beach, and you are here, the northern side of Silver Lake.
That was not the ideal way to travel at all.
Luce is just fucked up. Like...
That wasn't ideal at all.
Before I hear any snide comments, that counts as taking a bath. Lindir's gonna go up and smack Usa on the rump and heal him with lay on hands. Up to 29 points, depends how much health you need.
Let me do some math with my calculator here. I could take 25. You said 29.
I'll give you 25.
Like that'll bring me to max if that's like your
Yeah.
goal. All right.
Top job.
I'm imagining you're sore and bruised and beat up, and it's not a soft pap.
Yeah,
There's a
hit in the
firm-
hip. He's just broken.
There's a firm, invigorating whap.
He
It does
fusses
not.
about it.
It does not count as a bath. There wasn't soap involved. And
Usa just like
Right.
leans onto Lindir. Sorry, go ahead.
nope.
Usa just like leans into Lindir. He's just like, he can say whatever he wants. Thank you.
Should
Right.
we let them sort this out amongst themselves?
I honestly could care.
It
I
looks
honestly
like
could not
this
care
is-
less.
Their business that we got caught up into, and I'd rather not waste any more resources trying to solve their problems.
Let's move in the direction that is away from them.
Hars, your magic is appreciated. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Just what we do, right?
Mm.
Ours
Yeah.
is
You got a
Quiet.
purpose.
quiet and contemplative at the moment.
Does
Well,
he look okay? Does he look changed? Is there?
He doesn't look changed physically. He just he looks like he's pondering on something, but physically he looks fine.
All right, so which direction are we heading?
Oh well,
I think
Are we- we're between Xandar and Drumkeep. Is that correct?
Yep, right where the finger is. So right at the top, right there at the top corner of Silver Lake. You are. Let's pull out the ruler. I've made it to scale. I'm so happy with this. Look, it's such a simple thing, but I never get it right. So I'm so happy to finally. You are like 25 miles from Xandrar.
we were heading to.
Oh.
And
Silver
I am.
Falls.
Whatever. We're not gonna mind. We're not gonna
Yeah.
mind the scaling of that encounter in Drumkeep.
Yeah.
So
Are the Minotaurs between us and Drumkeep, or us and Xandar? Us
Yep.
and Drumkeep. Oh, well, looks like Xandra's that way. Shall we?
Let's go.
oh,
Right.
you know that there is a road by Xandrar. Xandrar is it is a border city, the natural border between the Eldine Reaches, and especially you. So you would know this, though you are from the northeastern part of the Eldine Reaches. You know that the southern border for the Eldine Reaches and nation, Breland. And Breland is is the river that runs from the big lake, Lake Galifar, and the Silver Lake, and Xandrar's down there. And you also know that there's the relations with the Eldine Reaches and Breland down here isn't too bad
Okay.
in this area. So Xandrar is a pretty safe city to go to. There's not a whole lot going on there, but yeah, it's pretty safe as far as cities go.
All right.
Let's what do we say? It's like 25 miles or so.
Yeah.
Let us travel to Xandrar. Xandrar. There we go. As you leave the beach of Silver Lake and you head northward towards the road leading from Drumkeep to Xandrar, you reach the main road in an hour or two? Probably 2 hours. You reach the main road. Unfortunately, when you get to the main road, you hear the sound of horses shortly thereafter. A group of armored horse riders approaches you from the east, so from like the Drumkeep side of this road. And first you hear an armored person in the front yell, "Run them down!" But then when they get a little closer, they begin to slow pace. Hold! Hold! The horses stop about 30 feet. We'll say 30 feet. It's a good range. 30 feet from your party. You are now starting to dry off. You're still a little soggy, but it's been a couple hours, so you're starting to dry out a little bit. Lindir, I know you don't care, but there might be some mold growing in places you don't want mold growing. Just saying. It's the beginning of a beautiful time for you.
I cast prestidigitation on myself.
Yeah.
I cast prestidigitation, and the way it's represented, because he doesn't believe in magic. It's more of science that does his spells. So he casts prestidigitation on himself, and what it is really he's activating a little device inside of his clothes, where suddenly his clothes puff up as air shoots up out of it, drying it. So you just see Gregory standing there wearing clothes that are super puffy, like someone took a big air can and just pushed it up his shirt and inflated. So it just looks really inflated for a second, and slowly it deflates. And it's a very slow process. So while all these guys are running up to them starting to talk, you just hear in the background the slow noise of as Gregory slowly deflates.
Nice. Yeah. It's like the Halloween costumes that make you look buff with the air.
Yeah, pretty much like that. Yeah.
Lindir's also going to peacock a little bit. He stands up tall and he's going to channel divinity. I have an ability called Emissary of Peace. As a bonus action, I grant myself +5 bonus to charisma persuasion checks for the next 10 minutes.
That's right.
He wipes the bangs out of his eyes, stands up tall, puts a smile on, waits for them to approach. He puts on a smoldering smile at all of them. Ah, our saviors, you saved us from those terrible minotaurs, and for that you have our eternal thanks.
Out of the group of 6 riders, the one in the front, the one giving the commands, dismounts, and one of the other riders takes the reins of his horse. He dismounts and takes his helmet off, and he is a elf, but a dark-skinned elf with very long hair, but it's actually pulled back. And Breelish elves typically don't have their hair pulled back. They always make it a point to have it laying down. To have the elves in general aren't a lot of times aren't apt to put their hair up, but for some reason this one has it in a very elegant ponytail, and he hops down and says, "Our apologies, you were with the Minotaurs from Droem. None of you look like you belong in Droem."
You would have noticed that we leapt away from the Minotaurs.
Ma'am, from our distance, we don't... You were tiny specks of pepper in the sky.
Far away from the big speck that was falling.
It's a completely understandable misunderstanding. I would have done the same thing.
I wouldn't have.
I'm a little confused in your methods.
Did you guys have spyglasses?
No, not really. We'd never needed a spyglass.
Well, it shows you never really needed it until now, because obviously you've been taking shots at people falling from airships all willy-nilly.
Gregory, pragmatism. We're here and we're safe.
Our apologies from Drumkeep for shooting at you. We are glad you made it here unscathed, and not knowing they actually hit USA 1,000 times.
God!
We're glad you made it unscathed, and our sincerest apologies. Where are you heading, and why were you with the Droem Knights? Drominians?
I'd like to claim salvage rights on the ship.
Yes.
Salvage rights. If you come back to Drumkeep, we can do the paperwork and we can get you everything you need. We're in charge of everything that goes on in Silver Lake, so we could probably arrange that as penance for the situation that just unfolded.
Excellent.
Once
You're speaking to a paladin from the Silver Flame, so the word penance resonates within me.
Oh,
I see that.
He loves doing penance. Trust me.
He's so full of penance. I see that, which is why I stopped my men and we immediately
He is
deceased.
the penitent man.
He looks like he needs physical
More
penance.
penance, yes.
Just 30% more penance. All right. Well, sir, you are an emissary. Do you have your paperwork?
Yes, sir. He will hand over his writ
Okay. You hand out the okay.
with a firm thumb, squeezing onto it.
Okay. It's quite soggy. Okay. He unfolds the parchment and looks. This parchment is enchanted, so it's not going to It's not going to be waterlogged itself. It's not going to be damaged or frayed. It is, yeah. In all intents and purposes, it's brand new. And he unfolds the parchment, and it is just did we go offline on Twitch? I don't know. It just
I've still got live.
okay. It just welcomed.
Yeah, it's working for me.
It just welcomed me to the chat room, which is weird. Okay.
I had that happen earlier.
Yeah, I wonder what that's all about. So he looks at the paperwork. Well, that seems very legitimate. Okay.
We appreciate the help escaping from the Minotaurs, but any penance or help you could offer us would be greatly appreciated.
Sure. Where are you heading, and how are you captured, sir?
It is a very long story, and they were trying to get us out of their country as quick as they could.
They were trying to smuggle you out of their country, not smuggle you in.
They wanted us away.
They didn't want us around.
It
Yes.
wasn't really smuggling. It was more of involuntary removal. Not that we were there voluntarily, because we were there involuntarily, but it was rapid removal.
Dromites typically kill their captives or eat them or whatever they do to them. You look fine.
Have you seen a half-elf? They had a pilot, and we weren't the only ones on their ship.
My people have
Yes.
yet to go through the wreckage. You're saying there's another captive on that ship?
Yes,
Pilot.
they had the elf pilot in handcuffs, forcing
but-
him to fly.
They weren't good people. I mean, you were in the right for shooting them down. Just shooting at us wasn't the best idea.
Yeah, that airship was reported stolen 2 days ago.
Yeah, we figured that one out.
Yes, and the pilot was stolen with it.
The pilot was held hostage,
Interesting.
and now they flew it over that area just so they can show it off. Then they got blown up. They're not very smart.
Well, I'm in complete agreement with you, Mr. Gnome. My name is Magnus Emmel, Lieutenant Magnus Emmel. He holds his hand out to shake yours, Lindir, first. And then he'll go-
Lindir, Paladin of the Silver Flame. These are my compatriots.
Pleasure to meet you, sir. And he'll go around and shake everyone's hand, do introductions. The two of the other five armored soldiers on horses also dismount, and they just kind of hang over by the horses. And it seems Magnus is the only one coming over to do all the talking, the mouthpiece of the group. All right. So where is everyone heading?
I don't know. Where are we going to go to? Zandrar?
Oh,
Well, our end goal would be, what, Braymore?
Braymorph does feel like the end goal.
Yes.
We're blown a bit off course, as you can see.
where are you guys going?
Braymore, ideally.
Braymore. Where the hell is that at?
Next to the Green Hunt.
Green Haunt. Okay. I still don't know where that's at. Braymore? Oh, you're talking about way down there. When did we
Oh,
start?
the Braymore.
Yeah, okay. Why would you want to go to the swamplands? I don't understand. You're gonna go northwest to go down to Braymore?
We are just trying to get to the closest place to collect ourselves, and then we were going to go back that way. We were closer
Sure.
to Zandrar than we were to the Room Keep.
Okay. Well,
we have
go ahead.
things to do, and that is our general direction that we are heading overall.
Got business. Let's just leave it at that.
I mean, if you could offer us help, we wouldn't say no. He's gonna bat his glowing Azamar eyelashes.
Okay. Can I make a persuasion check, please?
Yay!
Looks at you.
All
like,
right.
He looks at you like, okay, I respect you, but I've got a job to do.
In addition to what is rolled to that, I get a +5. So 26.
Any emissary of the Silver Flame, it shall be granted refuge and help as far as we can give it. Drumkeep, we've amassed many casualties with the conflicts with Droam lately, but we'd be more than happy to escort you to Zandrar, give you safe passage, or if you'd like to come back to Drumkeep and stay, we can give you lodging for not as long as you'd like, but a week or so if you need to hunker down and find out. I'm still kind of curious on why they brought you from Droam, but we'll address this another time.
Perhaps
We
that
have-
would be better.
We have time. And as for where we're going, I don't care. What do you guys think?
I think it would be just as good to go to the Room Keep, then you could get your ship you want
I
to
need, yeah.
tear apart.
I think I'm kind of with that. I'd rather we go to Drumkeep, but we can go back to the ship and get parts because I got some stuff I can make for us. I haven't had a chance to really work on anything.
It's got that itch.
Fine.
Mariah just wants to get a hold of those cases of wine.
Fine. Then, yes, take us to
Let's
your
go to Drumkeep.
Room Keep.
Okay. We're going to stay on the main road because some of the Minotaurs have escaped the battle at Silver Lake, and we don't know exactly where they are. We were patrolling when we caught sight of all of you heading away from the scene. So, yeah, just stay close, and hopefully we don't run into them on the way back.
If there are injuries or repairs needing to be fixed, we'd be happy to help them.
Oh.
Lucid makes like a speak for yourself kind of face, like
Like Gregory looks over at Lindir making the face that you drew.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right. Can we show chat? How can I get that up for chat? You know what? A peek behind the curtain. Let's take a look at.
Link
let's
to
do
the
some-
tweet.
Yeah, I'll get a link
Link-
to the tweet.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, you got the tweet. Yeah, so go ahead and
Link to
post
the
a
tweet
link to
this
the
way.
link to the tweet. So Strider did a drawing of Gregory and Gregory or Wally let us know that is the look on his face is the look whenever Hars the NPC talks. But
It's
it is
the most default. It's the most default face.
yeah, just a very very
Howdy.
Gregory face. But yeah, Kay linked that in chat if you want to check that out. Super awesome, great picture, and love the eyes. Oh, so good. Eyes are so good.
Very
Okay.
pretty eyes.
Yeah, we do not have enough horses to allow all you to ride, though we will gladly, for those injured, and he's looking around to try to see if any of you have injuries. For those injured, we will gladly give a ride.
Uso was, and he's fine now.
Okay. If you're all comfortable walking.
Usa, if you pull down Usa's pants, you'll see all kinds of bruises.
Well, we're not really into that kind of thing at Drumkeep, but whatever.
Pity.
Just yeah. Sorry.
Are you sure we want to go there?
Are you sure it's where you want to go?
Kind of boring then.
On second thought, it seems like a silly place.
We'll go somewhere else.
Yeah, we're going to Zandrar.
Go to Sandra. That's what they're all about there.
I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty boring at Drumkeep, but we have beds and food So if that's your thing,
Do you have drums?
Do you have wine?
there is a set of drums we have to keep there ceremonially. Yes, it's kind of a mascot.
Let's just go before Strider thinks of
Yep.
more stupid things.
Yes. Okay, you all begin your journey with the drumkeep guard back there. As you travel on the main road back towards Drumkeep, you pass some. You get into a cleared area. Once the trees in the forest stop. I know there's no forest on the map, but there are trees in small forests. Those are just the large ones. You pass the forested area, and it opens up to where you can see the entire lake. When you do, sure enough, you can see where the ship wreckage is, and it is not too far from Drumkeep itself. Though there is no more battle. There's no battle going on currently at the ship wreckage. Though you do see some face down, very Minotaur-looking people. You do not see any soldiers on the ground dead. There are just a handful of Minotaurs dead laying on the beach. And yeah, is there anything you'd like to discuss, do on the way to Drumkeep? You still have another hour of travel.
The glowing facade falls rapidly. He just hunches over. Half-assed prayer muttered under his breath every time they pass a dead body. Rest in peace or something.
Does it look like there's any type of rescue effort going on at the ship or is it too far away from at the moment?
No, the ship, it doesn't look like, you guys are real close to the ship. You're not the ship is a few hundred feet, probably like 500 feet from where you're at. But
Okay.
the actually probably 1,000 feet, because it's like a third of a mile, so that's like 1,000. No, I don't fucking know. 1,000 feet. We'll say 1,000 feet. But you can see the shipwreck very closely from where you're at. It's Drumkeep that's farther away. But as you look at the wreckage, you don't see any soldiers there. There seems to be nothing. It is just there are some flames kind of burning off the top of I guess it would be the top rear. I'm not good with port side, the bow, all that shit. Navy?
Oh,
What's the back?
crap. Port to left, starboard to right, bow to front.
What's the back? Stern? Is it the stern?
Yes, stern. Thank you.
Okay.
It's been a couple of
A
decades.
couple of days.
Decades.
Yeah.
Decades. Let's go with decades. If it doesn't look like there's anybody out there, and there's been no sign of that elf, Mariah mutters something about goddamn paladin rubbing off, and is just gonna take a jogging towards the water, makes a shallow dive, and is going to just start swimming out to the wreck to see if she can find if the elf is potentially still alive.
Paladin rubbing? What?
It's
Bath
running.
time.
What? Jeez. And I walk after.
Okay. Your Gregory's following Mariah. Magnus looks at you, Lindy. Oh, your companion's aware that's not cleared. Like, there could be Minotaurs still out there.
They're capable of taking care of themselves.
Fair enough. We'll continue onward. Are you coming with us, or are you going to play in the busted ship?
No, I'm not a fan of water.
I can tell. Okay. You, sir.
I meant because of the armor.
Oh, yeah, of course, yeah. That's also what I meant. Yes. Usa, he looks over at you. You, sir, are you?
Lindy, are you sure we should not stop to help them? You know what happened last time we separated the party.
We got some alone time.
So this is a perfect opportunity. I didn't know when I wanted to slide this in this game, but this is a perfect opportunity to have a flashback, right? where we need to get to know our party as what they were on their last adventure, because it's very meaningful for how we're going to treat each other during this game. So let us sift back, because Usa said the last time we split the party. Usa, what exactly are you referring to? Let us look back and see what you're referring
I
to.
wanted to be dramatic and talk about when the other party member died.
Okay. So we're going to go back to only 3 weeks ago. This was originally a party of 6. Not party of 5, that was in the 90s. But this is a party of 6. And there was the 4 of our party members, the 4 PCs. There was Hars. Hars is the NPC who's still with them, the half-elf who is suffering some kind of weird insanity / possession /
Bee disease.
bee disease, a beezies. And there was another gnome from Zalargo named Magina. And her and Gregory were at odds quite a bit every now and then, because she would test not only his patience, but also try to outdo him when she had the chance to show that, she's not dumb, that she was also indeed smart as well. But 3 weeks ago, Magina didn't make it, and she died. So let us, now that Usa said, remember the last time that we split the party, let's go and take a look at that particular day, 3 weeks ago. Usa, there was, on your way to Greenhaunt, there was an incident in in the main cult barracks. This was a cult dedicated to one of the Dalkir. As I mentioned before, Valara is the Dalkir. The hag told you that Valara is the Dalkir that you had met down in there, that you unleashed her son, the monster, out into Kover. There was a cult to the Dalkir, though it was unclear exactly which one that you had found yourselves in. You were looking for a map that would eventually lead you to the dungeon in Greenhaunt where you found the artifact. When you were in the cult base, all 6 of you essentially cleared it out. You had sent, let's say Lindir, because this will make more sense. Lindir had sent Gregory off to, Gregory, you were sent off to decipher something. There was some kind of weird writing that all of you found on the wall. You assumed that everyone's dead. You cleared out the cult base, and you're just now looking for things. You're, looting essentially. But Gregory, you found some weird text on the wall earlier, and Lindir said, "Why don't you go back and translate that for us? That could be useful." And not wanting you to go alone, Mariah came with you, and because Mariah came with you, Hars definitely is like, "Well, let's just split it 50-50." And Lindir was, "Yeah, sure, let's do that." Magina, however, said, "Well, if Gregory's going to be there, she didn't want to be upstaged by Gregory's intelligence of deciphering this language, so she decided to stay with Usa and Lindir. Usa and Lindir, you are having a conversation and you're searching this office area of a cult base. There are multiple offices in this area. Magina is kind of tagging along like a little sister. She's not very perceptive. She's intelligent, but she's not very perceptive and not a whole lot of common sense. It's all, she can run mathematical equations, she can invent things, she can, do things like that, but she doesn't have a whole lot of common sense. She's a little out of her element. The two of you are sifting through the cult materials, the furniture and everything, looking for there's supposed to be a map here. You got a lead, there's supposed to be a map here. And you're looking for it. And you're having a conversation. What was that conversation that you were having?
Look, I don't care what we do with the damn thing. I don't think we should keep it with us. It doesn't sound safe.
Oh, come on, Musa. Don't talk about Magina that way.
I'm not talking.
I heard that. She's like off, kind of wandering around the another office right next to you.
He is joking, dear. I'm not. I'm being serious here. I mean, it is big and covered in all these creepy glowing runes and things. It is evil. We should not keep it with us. It is not a safe thing. What if it is some sort of homing device and they know where we are? We have it.
Most things inundated in Dalkir cults are evil and glowing and covered with runes.
And that's why we should leave it here. We do not need it. We don't know what it does. It is not going to help us.
As you two are having this conversation about what you're finding, Lindir, you feel a tug at your armor. You know what this tug is. You've felt it over the last half an hour. You've felt it 20 times. As Magina walks up to you again, as she has said identically every other 19 times, what about this? And she has come up to you with books. She's come up to you with kind of suspect looking things, like something with some weird writing on it. She's come up to you with a robe. She's come up to you with a potted plant. She's come up to you with a candle. She's come up to you with a beer mug. She's come up to you with random assortment of things. Almost all of them just menial office building stuff. A trash can. What could this be? Could this have the secret buried inside? You just it's been a bother over and over. She's inquisitive and she doesn't want to miss anything. So she brings up to you a carafe, a carafe that would have creamer in it. And you look across, you look into the room that she just came out of. From your point, you can see that there is an old school like coffee pot and no burner, safety first. But there's like a coffee pot and some cups, and there's a tray, and it's like a matching set. This carafe obviously came from this coffee setup. Excuse me. She was over in what appears to be like a break room. She brings over this menial carafe. Lydia, what is this? Could this possibly be the secret that we're looking for? And to all intents and purposes, it looks like a carafe, Lindir.
I suppose cults aren't necessarily known for their organization. That is not gonna help us at all, unless you're feeling, in a special need to percolate.
Not sure about percolating, but okay. I'll keep looking. I'll come to you if I find anything that looks suspicious. Still.
Thank you.
Keep trying, Magina. We will find it.
Okay. Yeah. We got it, guys. We have it. Sure.
Patience is also a virtue somehow.
Yeah. Lots of patience. We have it. Yeah. We're done. We're almost done. We're gonna find. I can feel like any moment now. I really could use some percolating. As she's walking
Me
back.
too.
As she's walking back over to the break room area, Lindir, you hear the phrase, oh no. And you look over and you see Magina is holding the carafe in hand. You see the stopper has been pulled from the carafe and she's holding it in one hand and the carafe in the other. You see a dark mist flow out of the carafe and like billow out in a liquidy, smog-like, damn it, what is the name of that thing? Ferngully villain, like poof, and it just like hits her in the face. She drops the carafe. The carafe shatters on the floor. This is all very quickly as you're turning. Usa, we'll say that you turn once the craft hits the ground, you actually hear an audible crash or breaking sound of ceramic breaking on the ground. You both look in horror as the black smog that has come out and is now going all over the floor begins to like climb, like grab and climb Magina's body. And you see her tiny little arms like go up in the air, and she begins to shrink, almost as if the blackness is pushing her down into a hole. The puddle around her and her exterior now has no definitive features. She looks as though she is a shadow. She's been covered with some kind of shadowy black liquid. As the two of you react, what would you be doing to this situation, or in this situation?
Uso would be trying to, jump and reach out towards her.
Okay. Lindir?
Lights cast all over the place, illuminating the darkness and the situation.
Okay.
And approaching.
Okay. Uso, you immediately react and leap forward and start to run into the next room to help Magina. Lindir, you take your divine energy, and at this point, I would say 3 weeks ago, or I would guess 3 weeks ago, your faith was in a little bit better of a place. Like you said, you've had a rough go of it and you've been on the decline, but it was probably in a better place than you are right now. And as you use your divine energy and you cast your light out, and you also begin to head into the next room, Magina goes from full size, and it's almost like a golem in the lava kind of thing. Her bottom half, it just seems to sink away. And Uso, you get over in time just to reach out and grab Magina's hand. Magina, all that's left of her is the upper part of her torso, her shoulders, like a bust area, and one arm reaching. Uso, you reach out and you grab the arm, you grab the hand of Magina, but when you squeeze, it's like you're passing through jello. It is a liquidy feeling, and the fingers begin to fold down over your hand and back into, kind of meld back into the shadow that is now Magina. And Magina descends over the next half of a second into nothing but a puddle. Lindir, it is very bright in here. Your holy energy is out. Even though you cascaded across the room and across this black shadowy puddle, it seems to not have any effect on its current standing. Right now there is a 3 foot by 3, or like a 3 foot diameter puddle in the floor, and you two are standing over top of what remains of Magina. At this point, Gregory and Mariah and Hars, Gregory, you were able to translate that stuff, the stuff on the wall, and you found out that you found it was something saying that final prayers may begin at Greenhaunt. That is what you translated off the wall. It was an etching, and it was right next to a tapestry and a picture of what appeared to be some kind of weird entrance doors built into the side of a dirt mound. And then that caption right next to the tapestry. So you figured this out. You've translated it. It's kind of a minor victory for Gregory, and you and Mariah and Hars join Usa and Lindir standing over top of a black puddle in an office area floor.
Usa's just on his knees next to it, just trying to just pitifully scoop it with his hands.
What's that?
So?
I don't know what happened.
What do you mean you don't know what happened? Anyway,
Lynn-
where's Hars? I gotta show her the translations I made. Hars!
Hars is with you. Hars has been with you.
Not
the whole
Hars.
time.
Not Hars.
Okay.
Argina. Regina, where are you? I got some stuff I want to show you.
She's dead.
She's not dead. Hold on. We can fix this.
Wait, what do you mean? What do you mean she's not dead and she's dead? What is this?
I don't know. She opened a bottle and then she was just gone. She melted. She's like hands just covered in like the black like ichor, just like shows them out to like Gregory. Like
I rush over to that black pool of liquid, and I'm already like looking it over, and the first thing I do is I wave a hand over my eye as I cast Identify on that black pool.
Okay. Okay. Let's give you something out of that. So it's not an object, it's not an arcane object or anything like that, but what you can discern from it, from your vast knowledge of things like this and using your Identify spell, is that it is some kind of unholy divine magic that is the basis of whatever this black goo is.
So she's the goo.
she covered and she turned into like a shadow, and she started to disappear, and then what was left of her just melted into this.
Maybe it teleported her somewhere.
If there was a
Just the lower half of her body.
If there was a teleportation, there'll be mana bursts in the dirt. You see the result of the teleportation spell happening. I'm like looking around the ground at this, like just it's not there. But she turns
It's evil. It's evil magic. It can do whatever it wants.
But even if it's evil magic, it means we can fix it. Like what can we do to fix this? I have to fix this. And I'm already like trying to like my best, like sitting down in front of like this black goop, just trying to figure out what it is and trying to reverse it. And like I'm starting to mumble to myself, like almost incoherently. And it sounds like it's incoherent mumble. He's really like just going over like the properties of elements and alchemy and everything over in his head, like repeating it over and over and over again.
Usa, you idiot, stop touching it.
The periodic table. You're just going down through all the elements. Magnesium and
I mean, everything. People just don't die like this. They don't just get turned into this stuff. They go somewhere. Like something happens to them, and she probably something happened to her. She probably touched something that she shouldn't have touched. She always does this. She always grabs things. So that's why I tell her she's not dumb. She's just really impulsive. She does things without asking me or anything like that. Why does she always do these things?
There's no bones. There's no hair. There's no teeth. There's no bones. She's probably fine.
There's nothing to bring back. Then we can't even. There has to be something to bring back.
It has to be. And I'm like starting to like feverishly dig through this stuff, looking for something, anything. I probably don't find anything, I'm guessing. Okay.
What are you searching this stuff with?
Anything that is like anything like bio, like hair, nail, a tooth or something in this
pile. Is there anything?
Oh, go ahead.
I wanted to know if there's anything left of the carafe, or did it like also dissolve? I know it broke, but
okay. The carafe the craft is right next to the puddle. It didn't actually land in its own puddle. Oh. Or I'm sorry, the remaining pieces of it. What didn't? Like it spilled out, but it didn't go overall. So there's a few pieces of ceramic next to it. As far as Gregory, what you find when you sift through this puddle, you find no biological pieces of anything. It's like a liquid shadow. Gelatinous liquid shadow.
Okay. Like stands up, pushes up to his feet, and like this is now the first time you saw Greg. Like even before this, like even though Gregory was always this snippy, short-tempered person, there was still like a little bit of like, jovialness in everything he said. Like he would always roll with the jokes and everything, but this is like that time when you see the way he is now. This is when it happened. Is when they lost Margina. And you now see that his expression just goes like kind of rigid, and that like permanent scowl is asphyxiated to his face.
Mariah has been standing behind Usa, kind of just with one hand on Usa's shoulder, watching everybody, and as she kind of realizes what's been going on, she looks over at Hars and just kind of cocks an eyebrow at him, like, is this what? Because they, between the two of them, they pretty much know everything that's going to cause death somehow, for the most part. And he covers the magical and she covers the physical. She kind of gives him that look like, is this what I think it is? Without saying anything.
This is back when Hars was a much happier person.
Yeah.
It's not good.
Okay.
Is it quietly to you so
gives-
like nobody else hears? No.
Yeah. She gives just a little nod, and now she knows Gregory. She knows Lindir. She knows Usa. She's in particular watching Lindir and Gregory, and getting ready to intervene if something goes south. Because while we all do well together, there's still always been just a little bit of friction of personalities. So she's, again, just like she did with Hars in the cave, if something starts to go south, she's ready to intervene.
Magina, if you can hear us, wherever you are, we'll figure this out.
There's not
Lindir.
even.
She's no.
There's not even a body I can bring back.
All right.
If there's not a body, then where's your proof that she's dead?
This is what was her body, Indir. It is gone. You
She's
saw.
gone, Linda.
Bodies just don't go away.
Yes, they
Yes,
do.
they do.
They just don't.
They do. When magic is involved, they do.
But it just should be something
You
left.
can-
Should be something left behind. Something at all.
Look at
No.
that, and he'll just motion at the carafe where the puffs came from. She opened that.
Gregory, Hars calls out to you. Gregory, do you think you could take a look at that? What's the remains of that carafe? Maybe you're smart with items, right?
Looks over at the carafe and gives it a once over. Also,
Go ahead and make an Arcana check.
is this towards anything like a magical item?
Yep, you get your bonus to that. Yes.
I do. I get double.
I forget what it's called, but yes, you get that.
Arcana, so it'll be double, so it'll be wow, that's plus 16. Wow. Okay.
Holy shit.
Okay. So that right there alone is a 21 with another 8 added on top of it. That's a 29.
Okay. Well, it would be your proficiency bonus doubled, not your ability.
Oh, my proficiency. Well, still, that's still like
Yeah,
a lot.
it's still at least 16.
It's a 25. It's a 25.
Oh, 25.
Yeah.
Balls. Okay. So you pick up the.
Oh, yeah, I read it wrong. No, it's 16 rather. I was looking at the
Okay.
wrong number.
Okay. Yeah, you pick it up. That's okay. 16 is still good. You pick it up and you start scanning it over. You cast a few of your or not cast because you don't believe in spells. You use one of your items to kind of scan it or do some kind of gauging with it. And you can tell that this probably originally used to be something like the jars that can hold fog cloud. Like you would pull the stopper and it releases a fog cloud, but someone has tainted it. Someone has infused it with some kind of dark magic. And it may look like a carafe, but that's wasn't its original purpose.
This was a magical bottle held in some kind of whatever magic was in there that killed her.
Make an investigation check, Gregory.
Investigation.
Yeah. This might be something that
You're more creative than that. Can you figure out anything else that might have happened to her?
That is an 22.
Okay. Gregory, looking at this, what's left of it, and looking over at the area where this craft used to sit, it's almost as though someone set this up as a trap. Like anyone who knows that this is there, or anyone who's supposed to be here would know that this is not to be touched. Like it had, that area looks like it hasn't been cleaned or touched. Everything else has, like the coffee and the cups, and there's even a container underneath that shelf that might be creamer, the one that you're supposed to use. But this itself, this area, you can see that there's a ring that it hasn't been moved in a long time. It hasn't been touched, and you can take a finger and wipe a layer of dust off of one of the top pieces of the carafe. This was probably a trap for anyone who wasn't supposed to be here.
Yeah, this was a trap. It was a trap. Basically, people who don't belong to this place, they see this craft and they're like, oh, it's a cult thing that probably has something in it unique, and then they open it up and it's a trap made for curious people. So pretty much a trap made for her.
So you're saying there's nothing that can be done?
There's nothing. This was a tainted spell that was made, and its purpose was to kill.
Did you translate the wall in the other room?
Yeah. I did translate the wall. What was it that I learned from the wall?
We know where the opening is.
Yep.
And that is coming soon.
Yeah.
The final prayer needs to be done at Greenhaunt.
We need to go to Greenhaunt, but maybe Greenhaunt can find whatever did this, I guess.
Well, let's get going.
Yeah.
Mariah's going to go back to the tapestry, pull out her calligrapher's tools, and she's going to use that to just sketch the image of the mound and the doors, focusing on the doors specifically, getting those just so we'll be able to know exactly what we're looking for.
Oh, okay. Cool. Go ahead and make a tool proficiency check with your calligrapher's kit.
Okay. What would you like me to use for this?
Your pick. Dex. I would say Dex or Intelligence.
Okay. Let's try Dex. With proficiency, 22.
Okay. Yeah, you easily and pretty accurately recreate a quick black and white sketch of the door, its markings, and the general area in the tapestry.
Right.
Gregory, I think something that would be good to insert here would be after Lindir is trying to wrangle everybody. Maybe okay, we need to keep moving instead of dwelling on this. Gregory, let's say that two things happen. One, since you've been mucking around in this shadowy substance, would you have liked to have collected a sample?
Oh yeah, totally.
Okay.
I definitely put it inside of like a little glass bauble.
Okay. Yeah, you can tell once you put it in the glass vial, it does. You can put that in your inventory, and it does not have any any effect.
Okay.
Like it doesn't eat through the glass or anything crazy like that. The second thing, and more importantly, is that this would be maybe a good point to insert something that might help understand your relationship with Hars. After this encounter, Lendir is, like I said, wrangling everybody to get moving. This place isn't safe. He's, trying to be proactive, and so we're not sitting here dwelling on this for hours. Hars walks up and pats you on the shoulder, Gregory. And a little less emotion than what you're going through, or a little less dwelling on everything that you're going through. Just kind of gives you like a buddy pat on the shoulder and says, "It's okay. Trust me. We'll figure it out. We'll find it. We'll bring her back. It's not a problem. Trust me. Just trust me. We'll take care of it. It's okay. Relax."
Relax? I can't relax right now, Hars. Like, this is not what I do. I don't relax. When there's a problem, I have to fix it. I don't relax. Like, if there is something that is large and you guys can't figure it out, what do? You call me to figure it out, and I figure it out. This is the first time I can't figure something out. And because of that, I can't bring back the person I love right now. And you're telling me to calm down? I'm calm, Hars. I'm incredibly calm right now.
Relax. I didn't know.
Don't tell me to relax, Hars. Just don't tell me to relax at all. This is... Oh my gosh. And he just like storms off. And he walks back, grabs the bottle of the stuff that he scooped up, and storms off again.
Okay.
That's where she's just like grabbed Hars. Like, do you always have to be a fucking idiot?
And the perplexed look on Hars's face, Gregory storming off, and Lendir trying to keep everyone emotionally in check and on point. We're going to zoom out of that memory, and we're going to zoom back to Lendir and Usa. Let's take a quick break. I'm so sorry. We're supposed to do a break like an hour ago. I'm sorry. I got wrapped up and lost track. Let's take a quick break, and we'll be right back. Everyone stretch, drink, go to the bathroom. See everybody back here in a few minutes. Awesome. Hi, everybody. We're back. Yes. Oh, that was so good. So good. I lost that track of an hour of my running my gums. So perfect. We had our flashback. So we've seen the death of Margina and possibly some seeds of resentment from Gregory to Hars over his lack of compassion and understanding of how deep that really hit. So yeah, let's zoom back out of the memory, because Usa did originally tell Lindir that you remember what happened the last time we split the party.
I do remember. That's why they're better off without being around you and I.
That is not... Fine.
All right.
Well, wait. No, sorry, no. Go ahead.
Oh, okay, you're good. If you want to add something, go ahead.
No, wait. Did you mean the time with the bar maiden? Oh.
No.
Well, either way, I think they'll be fine.
Fine.
All right, we ride onward. They know where it's at. We shot from there, so they'll be able to track us.
I can track the like chemtrails from the cannons. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Okay, you ride off with the drumkeep soldiers. Let's zoom over to Mariah, Hars, and Gregory. You are walking across the beach, and you see about 5 dead minotaurs scattered on the beach here, right in front of the wreckage of the Matador. And the airship wreckage, you can see that the back half of the airship is pretty well still there. The nose, the bow of it is fucked, as well as the left side of it. Starboard? No, port side of it seems to be pretty jacked up because of the shots it took, the grape shot it took while in air. And but otherwise, the back and part of the right side is still intact, and you are able to swim out to it. It's only about as far as you guys landed, so like 100 feet from the shore, if you like. But you get to the water, and Hars looks at you. Guys, are we gonna seriously swim out there now?
You can stay here. I'll be right back. And again, she hasn't really been paying much attention to either Gregory or Hars. She's been focused on getting out to the ship as quickly as possible. She's got a base speed of 40, so dashing, she's making some good time.
Well, she gives, both Gregory and Mariah, you both, if you're willing to accept it, receive gills and webbed feet and hands. As you're walking into the water, Hars casts Alter Self on both of you.
Oh,
she'll take it. She's already got the swim speed. She'll take it.
So now
Gregory doesn't even respond. He just like walks in.
Yeah, same thing. I mean, Mariah's already been in a shallow dive into the water.
You're welcome. Yes, never mind. I'll just stay here. And you both dive into the water. You can breathe underwater, and your movement speed is your swim speed. So Gregory, you're still a little slower than Mariah, but you can still swim at your walk speed. But dive into the water and out to the wreckage. As you begin to make your way into the Matador, where's the first place you'd like to go?
Definitely going to where the pilots.
Yep, that's exactly where Mariah's heading.
Okay. You go in through the port side of the ship into the hole, a nice big hole that was blown into it. You ascend a set of stairs leading up to the deck of the ship. The cockpit of the ship is currently, it wasn't harmed during this whole thing. And you walk over to the cockpit, and you open up the door, which is not locked. And you look inside, and you see the pilot, who is he's like down on his knees, and his hands are he's cuffed to the steering wheel, and you can see like his arms, his wrist, and his forearm are all like beat to shit because when the crash happened, it ripped, and you can see there's skin missing up his arm and stuff from the cuffs ripped off the skin. You hear though he is alive.
Lockpick tools. She's already got the lockpick tools out to undo the manacles.
Okay. Go ahead and make your
Um,
thieves tools check.
Okay. Let's see. I can't. Okay. Yep. I didn't take expertise in that. So. That is still a dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Nice.
Okay.
Dirty 20. Yes.
You go over it easily. These are rather crude handcuffs, and probably not probably a little rusty as well. So you quickly work through them, and the half elven man just slumps. His hands smack the ground. Where? Don't touch me, please, though. Don't touch me. It's kind of like swaying.
She just grabs him, just kind of wraps herself around him, and she's gonna just kind of start moving him towards the exit. And when they get ready to have to get back into the water, she just whispers in his ear, "Take a deep breath, now," and then dives in.
Before you. Oh, okay. I was gonna cast water breathing then.
You can still do it
Okay.
as they're diving in.
Yep.
All right, so as they're diving in, and Gregory was like, "Hold on a second," and he walks over to the half elf. He holds out his prosthetic hand, and a little like tube pops out of the palm of his prosthetic hand as he casts water breathing, which is basically a polymer bubble expands out of his palm, and it engulfs the half elf pilot's head in like a little bubble of air.
Okay.
So he's water breathing.
It looks like he has like an astronaut helmet on. Old school
Yeah, he
astronaut
has like
helmet.
one of those like drawn astronaut helmets on.
Okay. So yeah, he has a bubble on his head. You can see that. Okay, this is perfect. You see as you cast as you use your apparatus to cast the bubble on the half elf's head that that he is bleeding down the side of his face, and the bubble will serve its purpose perfectly well. Though if you take too much time, I mean like several minutes, something you really don't have to worry about, but you do notice that blood is beginning to well at the bottom of the bubble. So, as long as you guys don't have lunch on the way, or read a book, you're fine. But you do notice that he's bleeding pretty well out of his head.
All right, well, let's go.
Yeah, and yeah, I mean, I think her swim speed's halved because she's taking somebody with her, but that's still 40 feet around, and she's just aiming straight for shore.
Okay. Okay.
Gregory, do you have any magic that allows you to send messages over long distance?
Yes. And he pulls
Good.
out.
Tell Usa or Lindir we need them.
Okay. He taps the side of his head, and he puts in a little little device inside of his ear, as he casts a message, the cantrip message. He goes, "Hey, we found the pilot. He is looking really, really, really hurt."
Do you have sending? Because I don't think message is going to reach.
Oh, it's not going to reach?
It's only like 120 feet, I think, is the range on message.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Nope, I do not then. 'Cause I don't have.
I know sending is good, but I can't. I don't know what else you.
Yeah,
What's
it's
the
just, I
range
just don't
on
have it
message?
prepared today. That's why I don't have something prepared.
I think sending is just anywhere on the same plane. I
It is,
believe.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's a planar thing.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't get sending. Huh. Good to know.
Message. Let me see. Hold on. You might have enough room. 120 feet. Never mind. That's it.
In that case, she will use as soon as they get to the beach, Mariah will use minor illusion cantrip to send up fireworks. Just make a 5-foot blossom of bright fireworks in the sky.
Okay. Do you want it to like say anything or just go?
it can only be an image. So I think what it's going to be is it's going to be Lindir's symbol again. Whatever's on his shield, that's the symbol that is now flashing in the sky.
Okay.
Oh, look at that. She must have found the wine.
Well, dude, should we see what she needs?
Magnus will be back in a moment.
Yeah, that's fine. You know where we'll be at. And they continue onward towards Drumkeep. And you head
So
back.
I'll turn around and
Okay.
head towards.
When you get closer, Us and Lindir, when you get closer, you can see that it's not just Mariah, Gregory, and Hars on the beach. There seems to be someone else in a sitting position on the beach, just kind of like sitting there, wobbling back and forth.
He is in a bad way.
He needs some healing.
He is alive.
He's alive, but he needs healing.
Oh, okay. Let me see what I can do. Hold on, I suddenly have to sneeze.
Let's see what I can do. Hachoo! Ah, shit, that's not gonna help the wound. Oops.
Okay,
Sorry.
okay, I'm good.
It's all these
Okay.
pine trees. It's pollen allergies.
I'm good. All right. Yeah, he'll just like get in there and cast some cure wounds on him.
Shifter with pollen allergies. That's a rough life.
They should stop planting so many male trees. They need
Yeah.
female trees to, because otherwise all you've got is a bunch of. Never mind.
Yeah. Here you go.
Okay.
Take some of that.
Okay. Oh, okay. Guess oh. My NPC hit points are well over full. Hello.
He's fine. He is perfect.
Yeah. Once Us once Us is taking care of him, Mariah's like, "Be right back. Gotta go get some stuff," and is back into the water. And she's going after those cases of wine.
This is just like cupping this guy's face,
Okay.
and he's just like, and she's going for the wine. Okay.
You see it's almost like a punch drunk looking half elf, younger male, dressed pretty finely, though it looks as though he hasn't bathed, whatever, and there's some blood stains on his clothing, but he's definitely comes from wealth because his clothes were very fine. This will be a perfect time. So Mariah, you jump into the water and you head back into the Matador, right? Usa, you're looking down into the face of this half elf, and you see the half elf's eyes, though they're a bit dazed, begin to clear and immediately jut to the side or behind you. They're staring at the water. As they stare behind you at the water, Gregory and Lindir, you see waves begin to part as though something is coming out of the water. A large something is coming out of the water. And that's where we're going to get in today's game. With that. But, Mariah's getting some booze, so we're good.
It's not under the water, though.
Perfect timing.
Mariah, what's going to happen to Mariah?
She's good. She's good.
She can take care of herself.
Yeah.
If that's the one thing that you all know about Mariah, is that she tends to come back.
Fine. She's
She
fine.
She may look a little beat up, but you could tell she definitely had a good time.
Very good. Oh, very productive and awesome game. I loved it. Awesome. Let's go around and see everybody. Let's do our little outro stuff. Shit, I need to make us some chat commands. Damn it. I need to get on that. Let's go around and see everybody. And remember, you can check everybody out at the @ symbol. That's their Twitter handle on the screen. And I will actually be putting that in chat very soon. So let's go around. Wally, can you tell everyone who you are, where to find you, and any closing thoughts on today, please?
What's up, y'all? It's your boy Wally. You can find me on Twitter at Wally132, WALLE, like a little tiny robot, 132. You can normally find me on my usual bi-weekly mask game that happening over with the Killer DM over on his channel. This Sunday at 9:30, we are in our latest episode of our mask campaign, Sunset City. We are in, oh my gosh, what episode number are we on? We are officially on episode number 9. Wow, we're officially on episode 9. Holy cow, time flies. We are officially in episode 9. We're a bi-weekly podcast. Podcast. Wow, we're a bi-weekly stream every other Sunday at 9:30 p.m. over on the Killer DMs channel. I can post the link into the chat right
Yes.
now.
Yes, and
Yeah, that's where I'll
PM
be at.
what PM 9:30 p.m. what time?
9:30 p.m. Eastern.
Okay, there we go. Okay. Yeah, and feel free to post that in the community Discord as well. I know when I see them pop up in the community Discord, and if I'm at work and I'm able to watch it, I will try to catch as much as I can as well. Or if I'm at home, but usually if I'm at home, I'm not, don't have the luxury of sitting and chilling. But awesome. Okay. Love Masks. Love Masks. Just got to play this weekend for the first time in a while.
Such a great game. It's
Yes.
honestly one of my. It's like definitely one of my top favorite tabletop games to play.
Super fun. Awesome. Let's slide on down to Kay. Kay, can you tell us who you are, where to find you, and any closing thoughts on today, please?
Yes, I can. Hi everyone. My name is Kay. I'm at ironic_cupcake over here somewhere. I wasn't expecting. I never know what to expect when people have to improv, and I was like very happy and pleasantly surprised seeing everyone really just take to it so naturally and just adhere to that and just kind of yes and bouncing off of everyone. It was very, very good, very cool, and I'm excited to get to do more of that as we keep going in the future. For now, as far as where you can find me, I'm here every week, and I don't know, maybe something kind of secret going on later in October. Like, we gotta figure that out. We'll see.
Secret Spooktober happenings.
Secret
possibly.
spooky. We'll see.
Yes.
Think-
Awesome.
oh yes, I also have a secret spooky thing. I'll
Ooh.
probably be announcing it next week.
Ooh, nice. Very nice.
I'll be announcing it next week.
Yes. Yeah. Please keep us in the loop, y'all. Well, although keep the secrets until it's time. Then in the loop. Awesome. Strider. Sorry, I have an NPC named Striper. I just played last night.
stride. I don't stripe.
Yes. The yeah. You're way
Christian
cooler.
rock band, Striper.
than Striper. Strider, who are you? Where can we find you? And any closing thoughts on today?
Hey, I'm Strider Heap. That's my Twitter handle too. Mariah's always fine, big cracking tentacles erupt from the surface of the lake like the Watcher in the water. Plumes of water 100 feet in the air. Mariah being tossed about like a rag doll. And we're all like, Mariah, stop messing around. We're tired. Come on.
Yeah.
I echo Kay's sentiments about the improv, and I'm hyped for more memories and more flashbacks with more improv and even less structure. I want to see what we come up with. So, yeah, hype. This is a cool way to tell a story with... We're covering a whole timeline of story. We're right in the middle, but we're going to see what happens, and we're going to see what happened. I like that.
Yeah. First time ever doing it this way, so I'm glad you guys are doing such a great job rolling with it, because I don't fucking know what to do.
I'm going to extort Kay until I hear all about these secret spooks also.
See? You have no choice. You can't run, so you're doomed. Awesome. Let's move up to Cleric. Cleric, can you tell us who you are, where to find you, and any closing thoughts on today, please?
My name is Kat. I am at Cleric of Court on Twitter and Discord servers where I tend to mostly lurk. You can find me tomorrow over on the Lawful Geeks channel in our twice a month, every other week game of Shadowrun, where I play a street shaman, Nico. We've just made friends with the Yakuza, and we're in a homeless shelter trying to see what's going on. But yeah, so come check us out. It's a lot of fun. I really enjoy it. And then I'll be back here next Wednesday. Big thing right now is I have a pinned tweet up. I am going to be part of Valdrian's Extra Life streams on November 6th, 7th, and 8th. I will be playing with you, Kyle, I believe, on November 6th or 7th.
7th. Yep.
So November 7th, which is a Saturday. And then on Sunday at Sunday the 8th at 3 p.m. Eastern, I will be running Stille Nacht, which is a great. It's one of my. I just love this game. It's a horror game. It's a supernatural. Um, it's unlike anything out there, honestly, and I love it. So I will be doing that on Sunday. So one, if you can, between now and then, there's a link on in the pinned tweet to my Extra Life page, and then come out and support us that weekend. Even if you're just watching, we'd love to see you there. And that's pretty much it.
Yes.
And maybe some spooky stuff coming up between now and Halloween. Let's see.
October is such a fun month.
Yes.
Awesome. Yeah, the Extra Life stuff is great because it's been 2 years since I've been able to have the time on the Extra Life events to actually to get involved. So super excited for that. Yes, very excited for a lot of things. Thank you so much, Con and Martian, everybody who came out today. Thank you so much for joining us, and very much looking forward to next Wednesday. We'll be back here again on the channel on Saturday for Adventures in the Verse, our Dark Matter campaign. Speaking of other systems, I cannot believe I haven't played Shadowrun yet. I've been saying
it's so much fun.
See, I've been saying I'll play it for like 4 years now, and I've yet to play it.
It is
3 years.
crunchy as get out. I mean, it makes Pathfinder and 3E look simple.
Yeah.
But it does. Very crunchy.
It really does. Yeah.
It is very crunchy, and I'll be the first person to say this: the source books are very poorly written, but once you can get past all of that, if you've got somebody who knows it already and can guide you through it, the setting is incredible and it's just amazing.
Yeah, like I've had fun playing it, but it's just the character creation is like it's a process to do character creation.
I've not played that, but I love crunchy character creation more than actually playing the characters. So I need to look into that.
Oh yeah. No, that's the thing. If you love stuff like that, if you just love like games that give you a legit character sheet that looks like an Excel spreadsheet that has nothing filled in, then you will love Shadowrun.
My favorite thing about Shadowrun, especially the latest edition 6e, is there are 2 sentences. Essence is something that everybody has. It is very important. And then it never talks about essence again.
Yes, exactly. There's so many things.
It doesn't tell you what it is, what it does, how it works, how you calculate it. It's a stat that you have. But that's it. And
is that intentional? Is it intentional just to give you another?
No, what it is that the people who wrote the book, the creators of the game, and the people who wrote the book assumed that by their 6th edition, everyone who was interested in Shadowrun would know what this was. And so even when it was pointed out to them and people were like, hey, this is an oversight, you need to fix this. 5 iterations of errata on that edition, and it's still not there.
What the? Wow.
Yeah, Shadowrun is just, it's a great game. It's a great system. It's just, they were never on the same page when it came to like creating the manual.
See,
I've done Mutants and Monsters character creation, and Shadowrun was more difficult than that. Mutants and Masterminds, that's it. Mutants and Masterminds.
I'm with Strider. I like complicated character creation. I love very in-depth and all the bells and whistles. I'm just not great with crunchy gameplay, combat. Especially if with playing with people that don't like it or aren't used to it. Like I used to run some Starfinder, which is basically Pathfinder in space.
Yep.
It was just so crunchy that trying to get through a combat round took forever.
Yeah, if you're not using Roll20 with a sheet, which they do have for Starfinder, that does the rolls for you.
Oh, okay.
That's not so bad. But I mean, Shadowrun is a D6 pool system. So once you've got it all done, it's just a matter of how many D6s am I rolling and how many hits do I have.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh,
like I said, it's the character. The crunchy part is in the creation. Once you actually play, it's like.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. That's good. I'm down for that.
Check us out tomorrow. Come watch.
Yeah. The best way to describe it is like
watch some of our VODs.
Yeah.
It's like playing vampire or werewolf because you have all these. You have all this crunchy number character creation, but you just have a bunch of one kind of dice and just roll it, and it's like, oh, okay, that's it. Yeah,
I'm down for that. Awesome. I'll have to check it out. Yeah, we're back. We're back on Saturday, everyone. Sorry, we just like TTRPGs. We just like our shit, and yeah, we're glad you like it too. So everyone have a great night. We'll see everyone back here next Wednesday, and yeah, till then, unity is strength. So stand together, stay safe, and we'll see you all again real soon.